Determination, a positive emotion that involves persevering towards a difficult goal in spite of obstacles. Hope, an optimistic attitude of mind based on an acceptance of positive outcomes related to events and circumstances in one's life or the world at large. As a verb, its definitions include expect with confidence and to cherish a desire with anticipation. Among its opposites are dejection, hopelessness, and despair. What comes to mind when you think of Undertale? Varied eccentric characters with truly unique designs and/or character development that goes well and beyond charming? The tons of side content that brings those characters even more development? The inspired designs of the characters and the world around them? Or perhaps maybe the incredibly in-depth story that requires several playthroughs to fully understand? For me, it's a lot broader than those things. It's something that encompasses the game from beginning to end. Something that people seem to talk a lot about in jokes, but I wonder if they really get it. It's hope, and the determination needed to see hope be strong enough to become the positive outcome. I like to think myself a very hopeful person. Heck, it's why I even bother making content. Do I want to entertain you guys? Yes, that much is easy enough to see. But what do I really want? I have a hope that at least in a small way, my content will bring a new perspective about the world to the world. It's my hope that at least a few of us can learn from each other and become stronger as a people because of it. A really cool guy named Samaj Z once created a fan art piece of me as a Blue Lantern on DeviantArt. I love all the fan art I get, but this one struck a chord with me pretty hard. Though I'm not a big DC guy, the Blue Lantern Corps was a group that I was always fascinated in due to their power coming from hope and using that power to bolster the power of their allies. In a way, I like to think of myself as something like that. But back to Undertale. As a game, it probably wouldn't be in my top 5, but as an experience, I think the only rival I could say would be Flower. It's a kind of game I haven't experienced in a long, long time. It's a game about hope. From the first encounter of the game to the last, hope remains a constant theme. Though you're never really told, the game and everything in it has a hope that you, the player, will do what's right, even if it's hard. Toriel has a hope that you will be a good child. Asgore wanted to bring hope to his people by whatever means necessary. Flowery, numerous times, conveys how hopeless everything is in this kill-or-be-killed world. But no matter how difficult the game can be, how evil certain characters are, or how impossible things seem to become, there's always hope by means of determination. And that is the other, probably more poignant motif in this game. Every time you save, you're told you feel determination, and no matter what kind of run you're doing, you need it. The neutral ending requires determination in order to complete it for the first time, especially when it comes to the end boss. The pacifist ending requires determination that you get through every hazard of the game while retaining the same 20 health you've always had. No easy task. And the genocide run requires the determination for you to continuously cut down every innocent being in your path. It's exhausting, not to mention that last fight. Oh, that last fight. But my point is, in all of the clever characters, unique settings, complex story points, everything, what keeps driving home is the concept of hope. There is hope for every enemy you fight and every encounter that you have. There is hope for Toriel to have a family again. There is hope for Asgore to reconcile his behavior for the betterment of monsters and humans. There is hope that every monster, big and small, will be spared with enough determination to see that hope through. There is even hope for Flowery. There is nothing in this game that is without hope of redemption. All that is required of you, the player, is to have the determination to see that goal through. You don't see a lot of games like that. One of the big reasons I tend to stay away from AAA games is their dark, gritty, and hopeless nature. These games are constantly showing you just how worthless, evil, and monstrous humanity can be. And in many circumstances, there's no hope for them, or even you. There is simply the somber and sobering story of life is cruel and then you die. That seems to be a lot of our media culture today. Harsh realities as entertainment. I understand that there are people that like that kind of thing, and that's fine, but I'm not one of them. For the life of me, I cannot understand why, in a world of heartlessness, violence, mercilessness, torture, and just flat-out evil, people find solace in an escape that continues to send them the message that life is dark and dreary. All it takes is one look at the news, and you can see how terrible life and people can be. Is that all there is? Is that all there can be? People openly mock me because I believe in fairy tale endings. Endings where there's a triumph over evil, where there is redemption, compassion, and everyone can be happy. But I believe those things because when in this malice-encrusted world a happy ending finally happens for someone, I'm knowledgeable enough about them to recognize them when they happen. I retain my hope in their existence so that when I finally see one, I can understand it for what it is. Not mock it because it's easy and cliche. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, happy endings in life are rare, and they certainly are not easy to obtain. That's why Undertale resonated so hard in me when I completed it. It makes you work for that redemption and happy ending. As short as a game as it may be by modern standards, you will work in order to obtain that happy ending, but it's never out of reach, as long as you, the player, hopes in the existence and have enough determination to see that end, and it'll be waiting for you. Redemption is waiting for every beloved character, good and evil, in Undertale, and that's how a happy ending should be. They don't happen because they're easy or common. They happen because the souls involved worked hard to make them happen. Then, when the dust finally settles, there's a dawn that brings something that a whole lot of our media has seemed to have forgotten about. Joy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Special thanks to Toby Fox for creating something so impactful, and thanks for Richard E.B. for taking something beautiful and making it even more lovely. And don't worry, guys, in another timeline, I'm busy making a really fun culture shock for Undertale, so stay tuned on the Game Theorist channel. But until next time, this is Gaijin Goombah signing out.